And welcome to another KATcast. This week, we're talking about our experience with our company award show, the Zimmys.
Yes.
Which we've had people ask us, is that like the Dundies? No, I was not awarded whitest sneakers in the company. This was actually based on what we do here at Cat Country, or as a company in general.
Right.
Everything from podcasts to morning shows to social media to best newscasts, severe weather, all this stuff.
Yes, basically we get tasked with, we have like a list of here's all the submissions that you can enter in, and then we go through, and of course, we have to get all that ourselves. So we make 5-minute segments of audio, or we got best commercial, best series of commercials, best morning shows. There's all sorts of categories.
This year, I noticed that the category of hottest morning show was missing, so I don't know.
Well, we wouldn't be winning that one. Let's be honest.
It was worth a shot. Yeah.
But when we did.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But this was all in conjunction with, we went down to Springfield, where we have another cluster of stations, and also we had a programming retreat the next day. So it was kind of like a little retreat. So in doing that, Kevin Hilly left the station on Thursday a little early. The plan was for Jordan and I to pick him up later on our way down.
Because I live
Springfield.
closer than, exactly, to there.
Yeah.
Then.
So we stopped at Kevin's, and he's always bragging about his little motion detection camera, right? So I go up, and I'm thinking, I can hear this thing whirring.
Here we go.
It's following me as I'm walking down his sidewalk. And I'm like, he knows I'm here. Wait about 30 seconds, nothing. Ring his doorbell, and I'm just like, and I'm like, I know what is he, like, just getting footage? What is the problem? Finally, I start knocking on his door, to which here comes Kevin. I can hear
like up the
stairs, running like a Muppet. And I go, what is wrong with you? Oh, sorry, I was playing Madden. What?
I was on my PS5. Well, first of all, our doorbell doesn't work. My wife used to have a little note on there that says, doesn't work, but I guess that got blown away. So if somebody can ring the doorbell from here to eternity, I'm never going to hear it. Then I heard, knock, 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 knock. And I probably three, 4 times before finally my wife, she goes, is somebody knocking at the door? I go, oh, maybe that's what that was. Okay. So that's when I ran up the stairs. And there was Jordan waiting in the car, of course.
Yep. So we all loaded up, and, we're heading down to Springfield, and Jordan is my navigator. He's the one who's, making sure that we're going the right direction, all that good stuff, because I am directionally challenged. And I am not afraid to say.
Right.
So at one point, Jordan goes, ooh, turn a left here. We're driving, and I'm like, Jordan, where are we going? We're on this random gravel road, and I'd borrowed my mom's vehicle.
It was in Lebanon. We were in Lebanon at that point.
And I'm in my mom's vehicle, which she wanted me to not only wash it before I picked you guys up, but she wanted it detailed too. And I finally said, Mom, I'm not picking up a bunch of teenage girls in formals to go to the prom. It's Hilly and Jordan.
You don't realize the vermin that are going to be riding in this car,
it's
okay?
like, we are fine. We don't need it detailed. I will wash it for you. So it's like we're going down this gravel road where it's just mud and slush because it was melting.
I look at Aaron, I'm like, your mom's going to kill you.
Your mom's going to be so mad.
Aaron's
mud
in trouble.
splashing up everywhere.
We went mudding in her Durango.
Oh, my God. It was but it's true. What Aaron said is true. It's like you come off the main highway, and then suddenly we're on this dirt road that's taking us around to another larger highway, which I guess was Highway 5 at that point.
Right.
It was connecting us to 5.
Here's the thing. My wife complains about this on my phone all the time. It takes us weird ways sometimes. Like, I don't know. I guess my phone decides it's like, oh, there's maybe more traffic this way. This is a little quicker way.
I think,
you know what I mean?
I think we could have stayed on that highway for probably another 2 or 3 miles.
I think so,
and then
too.
it would have connected to the one we were ultimately going to. But somehow the AI on the GPS thought, you should take the dirt road here. It's going to be shorter. Gee, thanks.
So with our award ceremony, the cocktail hour was supposed to start at 6 o'clock. I had no idea what, 5 o'clock. I know what 5 o'clock traffic around here looks like. I know what it looks like in Columbia and in St. Louis and Kansas City. What does it look like in Springfield? Wasn't sure. So we'd gotten an early start. We got down there around 4:25 or so in the afternoon. So before I know it, Hilly calls me and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Getting ready." "Why?" "Well, I'm already ready." And I go, "Well, just come to my room. That's fine, So I'm putting on makeup and stuff, and he's trying to send a text. So Hilly's trying to send a text. For whatever reason, it's not going
to my wife. I'm trying to text her, yeah.
So where my room was, it's facing like the pool area of this hotel we were staying at. So Hilly undoes the sliding glass door. He steps out to send this text. Then I'm putting on makeup and he walks by and I hear him mumble, I'm going to try in the hallway. I'll be back. So he doesn't come back. He doesn't come back. I look. He's left the sliding glass door completely open, unlocked.
People can walk by,
waltz right into my room if they want to.
The way this place is set up where we were, it's a very tropical theme.
Yeah, very much so.
And you have these stones that you walk on outside, palm trees, beautiful. But yeah, they're right outside your room. Yeah. And people are constantly walking by, and they can't, if you have it open, they can look right in your room. I mean, I walked past a couple of rooms, I will tell you, I saw people laying on the bed. It's like, okay, that's awkward.
I know. Right? I went in to check in, and like as I check in, I set my bags down. I'm looking, and there's like there's an event going on. Like there's like food and all this, and like I'm literally looking as I'm checking into the room, opening up. I'm like face to face with some dude like eating a plate of chips, and I'm like, let me just go ahead and shut this curtain real fast.
So after I finally find Hilly again, we then collect Jordan because we do everything as a trio. That's what we do, and we go ahead and we go on up to where our ceremony's going to be. And at this point, we're 20 minutes
we're
early.
Yeah, it starts at 6. It's like 20 till 6.
Yeah,
whatever,
they're still setting up and stuff. So Hilly then goes, I'm hungry.
I'm starving.
I'm going to go down to this other one. I go, whoa. I go, no. I go, I brought snacks. I said, there's a bag of Doritos. I go, Jordan. And I go, did you take it to your room? He's like, yeah. I go, all right. Jordan's going to get the Doritos. You just cool your heels. Poor Jordan comes back. He goes, my room key won't work.
Yeah, so my room key gets deactivated because fun fact, so we all have like roommates. When your roommate would check in and activate their key, it deactivated
ours.
the other person's key. So my key
only one may stay.
So I do the walk of shame back to them and be like, we don't got Doritos.
Hilly pops up and he goes, I can blend in anywhere.
Yes. All right, let me interject here because there was another event going on. It was some women in the arts or communication, whatever it was. I don't know, something like that.
It's a women's group.
I wandered down there and they've got chips and salsa and all kinds of snacks. So I got a plate, and I got some chips, and I just kind of loaded. I mean, I was just in there chatting to there wasn't just women. There were a couple guys. And I'm standing there chatting with him and everything about communications and radio and everything like that. And I'm kind of doing my best to fit in. I was fine. Okay. And then I got my plate, and I had some vegetables on it, strawberries. And then I walked back up the stairs to where our function is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's walking past, by the way, he's walking past an employee that clearly knows they haven't set out the food yet. And so Kevin walks by with this plate of hors d'oeuvres and like the look on his face of confusion. And then he goes, he thinks that we set out the food. And then he's looking over and there's no food. And he's looking at your plate and he's like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
One of our other people in the group saw my plate and he goes, you got food? I go, oh yeah, it's from that group down below us. He goes, oh, okay. And then he goes down. So,
listen, you just got to blend in. You blend in. It's like crashing a wedding. Who is that? Oh, I'm John's nephew.
I'm telling you, learn it. It is such a life skill. You will be able to get in places that you normally would not. Don't look conspicuous. Just blend in.
So Hilly then looks at me and he goes, oh, you want a piece of watermelon? I know how much you love watermelon. I go, it's sitting in salsa. I don't want your salsa melon.
Be picky about it. I mean, yeah. Oh, it was fun. It was great.
So then we had some lovely appetizers and a good dinner and everything as well. And then we had our awards and Color Us surprised this year.
Yeah. We cleaned up.
Yeah.
Now again, and we were up against some great competition.
Yeah.
Within the company, great competition. So Aaron and I were blown away. We won for Best Morning Show.
Well, first off, it was Best Social Media. And I thought, wow, really? Because I think our social media and our company as a whole is really good. It's really solid. So that surprised me. But I was like, okay. Yeah. Then it was Best Morning Show. And I'm like, whoa. Do we need to step out while you guys recount that? Then our special little guy, Jordan J., got Best Non-Morning Show. We were so proud of him.
I don't know how that happened.
We were like, yes.
Kevin and I, we stood up and gave him standing O.
And it wasn't done yet.
But hang on, but as soon as Jordan sat down, I looked at Kevin, I go, our little boy's grown up.
But as soon as you think that's the end of the awards,
it's not.
We wrapped it up with Best podcast.
What we're doing right now.
That you're listening or watching right now is what won for our company.
So that's really cool.
What alternate universe were we in Thursday
I don't know, but I don't want to leave.
We stepped into our very own Black Mirror episode.
We really did.
We did. Now, they did not have little plaques to give us. Those are coming at a later date. So they substituted our awards with bananas.
That's right. Temporary replacement of bananas.
We called the Zananas.
Yeah.
For Zimmy's Zananas,
so
right.
if you follow along, you realize the irony of me receiving a banana because bananas are like the pickles of the fruit world. They're gross. They are gross.
And what I love about it is Kevin forgets because he'll be like, we need to get, Erin's kind of having a rough day. Let's get her an ice cream. And we're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden he goes, she likes bananas. A banana sundae. You know what I mean?
And he doesn't, I'm sure, so he can then finish my ice cream, too.
It's the best of intentions.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So we're receiving these bananas, and I'm just thinking, what am I going to do with these bananas?
And they all have Zimmy written on them, too.
Yeah.
The Sharpie, Zimmy. I took 3 of them home. I put them in my backpack. I brought them home. They're still sitting at home on our table.
So mine are sitting on my counter because I did find a recipe. Okay, not a fan of banana. However, I do know that they incorporate great moisture into things. I found a recipe for a 4-ingredient brownie.
There you go.
Where the base is banana. So I'm going to turn my Zimmies into brownies.
So the bananas will be a minimal part of this finished product.
I want to say it's like bananas. I want to say maybe eggs, cocoa powder, and something else. I forget what the 4th ingredient is. But you blend it all together, you bake it, and lo and behold, you have brownies. We'll see. We'll see if that works.
Now I'm hungry. Okay. Now I want desserts.
Yeah.
It really was a fun trip. I mean, like the Zimmies were just really great. Yeah. And then we had the following day.
Well, hang on. The fun didn't stop there. So I couldn't talk Kevin into this. One of my best friends from Omaha happened to be in Springfield because her daughter had a baby and she was down to help, with the baby that weekend. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in Springfield too. What are the odds? So I'm telling the husband, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to meet my friend. And he goes, oh gosh. He goes, you're directionally challenged. It's going to be night. You don't know where you're going.
Springfield at night.
He goes, will you please?
A little different than Springfield
please take one of the dudes. He goes, just take Kevin or Jordan. He goes, that would make me feel so much better.
Like I'm any protection.
I go,
come on.
Fine.
Look at me. Look at. Are you afraid of this? Really?
Hilly's like, it's late, dude. I go, I know it's late. That's why I had like 6 cups of coffee during the Zimmy, so I would be awake because I want to see my friend. Jordan's like, I'll go, buddy. So here's Jordan and I. It's like 10 o'clock at night. We're trying to leave the parking lot of this hotel that we'd never been at before. I'm driving, and GPS is trying to get us out of this parking lot, and it kept taking us to dead ends. We kid you not, we were in that parking lot for easily 10 minutes trying to get out. And I finally looked at Jordan. I go, we have got to figure this out because I cannot call my friend and say, oh, hey, by the way, I can't come meet you because we can't figure out how to get out of the parking lot.
The place was like the Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Okay?
The parking lot was designed like an octopus tentacles. Like there's like roads went every which direction
but
with no
gates too.
With no rhyme or reason of like exact like a direct path. So you kind of this loop back around to this to back around to this. It's like, how do we leave? How do we get out of this place?
So we went, we had fun. We got back. It's like 12:30 at night, which if Jordan's young, he can handle that. I'm just like, oh my Lord, how did I stay out that late? Get back to our rooms. We're like in the hallway, kind of whisper yelling, dude, can you get in your room okay?
Whisper yelling.
Yeah, I'm good. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right, see you tomorrow. So I get into the room. It's completely dark. My roommate's asleep. So I'm trying to be quiet. I turn on the camera light, the flashlight on your phone.
Yeah.
What's the first thing I accidentally do? Shined it. It zinged off this big giant mirror and boom.
Right into her eyes.
Blinded into the room. And I'm like, God. It was just like that kind of night. Like every time I thought, okay, I'm going to be really quiet. I ended up making a lot of noise.
That's like me when I got back to my room.
I felt such a jerk.
I had my coat, but then I didn't realize or even think to look like maybe these hangers are not what I'm used to. And as I'm looking, I'm like, this hanger is a solid circle. And I'm like, how does it come off the rail? You know? And so I'm sitting there, so I have this rag, click, 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 while my roommate's asleep, and I go, forget it. I just threw my coat on the chair. I'm like, whatever.
My roommate was one of our coworkers from Columbia, and he's cool, man. And like I got back there, and he was there, and the rooms had lights above the headboards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out how to turn that light off. All the other lights were off except this. Now, fortunately, it wasn't a real bright light, but it was more of a highlight thing. But anyway, and I said to him, how do you turn this off? He goes, I don't know. I tried, but I think if you turn that off, it turns off the plugs that our phones are plugged into. I go, well, I can't have that. I got to keep that plugged in. So bottom line is I slept all night, and he was like, whatever, I don't care. I slept all night with that stupid light above my head. I would just cover my head with a pillow, so it wasn't a big deal.
My roommate and we had the same situation, but however, we were able to turn off the light, and it still charged our phones and stuff.
Same here.
So I don't know how.
Maybe there was something wrong in there.
I think
there had to have been.
There was a switch to activate the plugs, and then there's a switch to activate the light. So, like, as long as the plug light is on and activated still, the lights could be off with the plug on. So I think there was an actual switch that activated the plug.
The other thing in there is, okay, so he was watching a basketball game. He turns that off, and I say, hey, dude, you mind if I watch something? He goes, no, go ahead. So I'm trying to watch Netflix on the TV. Now, normally, you go to a hotel, you have the option of just Netflix right there.
Your account.
Go to Netflix. Put your account in, blah, blah, blah. No, it wanted me to cast it from my phone, sign up, click the QR code, yada, yada, yada. I'm trying for 10 minutes. All I want to do is watch an episode of Black Mirror on Netflix. That's all I want to do. Finally, and, I'm commenting the whole time while he's got his head. Here I am. I'm going, this doesn't work. Oh, man, what am I supposed to do here? And, like, I'm telling him, finally I go, you know what? Never mind. I turned the TV off. Thank God I have my tablet with me. I just ended up watching it on my tablet.
I was going to say, please tell me that there was a couple of hilly sighs of disappointment.
But there were multiple sighs.
Love that move from Hilly. It's a classic. Okay, so I don't know about for you guys, but for me, if I'm sleeping somewhere I'm not used to sleeping and I'm used to getting up so early, do you guys have like a hard time sleeping? Do you have like that anxiety of
I don't exactly have a hard time sleeping. I can sleep all right. It's more that like it's because it wasn't my bed. I didn't get the best of sleep. I can sleep, but I don't sleep well. I don't get like real sound sleep, if that makes sense.
I was surprised the pillows were very comfortable. A lot of times, hotel pillows are so your head goes right down to the mattress. Yeah. These were actually nice pillows.
Probably because I had like 6 on my bed.
Well, that might
I was
help.
like, oh man, it's like I'm laying on a cloud,
So, okay, so 2 things for me. One, I have really long legs. So anytime I stay at a hotel or something, and I always forget to do this because I don't stay at hotels that often. If somebody has like the sheets tucked into the bottom and you know what I mean? It's like, so you slide in, so you're just like straight jacketed in. That is not restful.
No,
for me.
not at all.
I don't like have my legs confined.
Yeah.
And so,
they did have them tight.
Yeah. So I had to get up and kind of like pull them out from the end of my bed.
You check.
Trying to be quiet.
First thing I do any hotel I go to, just because I'm like super paranoid about it, I have to make sure that there's no bugs in my bed.
See, my wife does that.
I couldn't do it because it was dark.
She makes me check, and I'm like, look, it's fine, it's fine.
Big time arachnophobia. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm not about to put my feet in something where spiders could be. So immediately, the first thing I do is whatever bed I claim. I open it. I'm like shining the light, looking. I'm like, no spiders hiding in any corners.
They're waiting up in the corner of the room, watching you. Going, we'll be visiting you later this evening, Jordan.
Yeah. So when I did go to sleep, again, room is facing the pool, which is cool during the day. At night, it's still all lit up.
Right.
And even though there was blackout curtains, you could see the edge, of the light spilling out. So I kept waking up thinking, I've overslept my alarm. It's daylight out.
Right.
No, it was artificial light.
Right.
But I did that like 4 different times. Wake up. Oh, it's 1:45. Okay, I'm good. 2:23. Okay, I'm good.
Because we have meetings galore and all sorts of stuff we had to do the next day.
And we had decided
the last thing we wanted to do was be late.
Right. And we decided we're all going to meet at 8 o'clock and we're going to have breakfast, which, by the way, a continental breakfast is the cat crew's dream.
Yes. It was great. It was great, man.
When we were driving down, I go, I wonder if there's like a continental breakfast or something. And before I could finish that sentence, I could hear Kevin Hilly in the background on his phone. Hello, yes, we're staying down there. Will breakfast be provided in the morning? We're like, yeah.
I'm telling you, pancakes, waffles, eggs. bacon,
biscuits and gravy,
so
like
good.
scrambled eggs that were like cheesy with like peppers and
they even
onions.
They had like a Southwest egg going on,
so
where it was like peppers in it, and
really,
some
really
spice.
good.
Yeah,
sausage patties, yogurt, cereal. I mean, chocolate milk.
Juice.
Orange juice. Like, we were like kids in a candy store. We're like, this is the best day ever.
And we're all crowded together at like 2 tables with a bunch of our coworkers. It was cool. It was
fun.
It was a cool time.
It was a good time. I had a great time.
We went to our retreat. We had a good time there, and then on the way back, Jordan mentioned he'd never been to a Buc-ee's before.
Always past
and
the
I
Buc-ee's.
said,
Always past
what?
the Buc-ee's. And we're like, well, we're going to pass
If
one
you've
on
never
our own.
been to Buc-ee's, from what I've heard, I've been to this one a couple of times now in Springfield, but everybody says, oh, this is a smaller one than around the rest of the country.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine something bigger, but apparently there are. This one has 120 gas pumps.
Yeah, if you've never been to a Buc-ee's, you don't just stop at a Buc-ee's for 5 minutes. No. Buc-ee's is an experience. Like, you have to get out, you have to walk around. I mean, anything you could possibly want is in one area. All the great road trip foods. They had like this amazing like brisket and pulled pork, and I mean, just really.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You've been inside a gas station. It's that. I mean, it's like a gas station inside of a mini mall is what it is. It's a gas station and a mini mall
that have like
conjoined together.
So Jordan, on camera, right here, first time, first impressions of Buc-ee's.
I like Buc-ee's a lot. You can go to like, seriously, you don't just like, get gas and leave. It's like you're going to be there for probably an hour at least. There's jerky. There's candy they make there. There's all sorts of memorabilia that can be made. I mean, like, seriously, you walk in there, there's knickknacks to be bought. There's shirts. Yeah. There's, anything that you could think of. Toys for the kids. It's a cool.
Like, Kevin and I were texting our spouses going, hey, we're at Buc-ee's. Can we get you anything? And both of us walked out with stuff for our
meat cuts of meat. It's like you walk in, like literally like a mini meat locker. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. It's anything you want.
Whatever you can imagine, they have it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
It's incredible.
It is. And I'm telling you, Buc-ee's nuggets, the sea salt caramel.
So, yeah.
Man, those are good.
If you're a fan of beef jerky, they make their own beef jerky.
Their beef jerky's good.
Beef jerky's
Yeah. I love their beef jerky.
Me too.
Actually, I will tell you, though, I got mine, and I ate the whole bag in, like, one fell swoop. I was feeling it that night. I woke up in the middle of the night. The
jerky.
But that was worth it. But,
worth it.
I had a gas bubble like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. No, I agree. I got the sea salt caramel, Buc-ee's nuggets home, and the husband was like, yes. And so we were
I brought fudge home.
We were eating that as we were watching Traders. Ooh, how was the fudge? Was the fudge good?
It was good. Apparently, there were none of the flavors in there that my wife or daughter liked, so I'm going to be eating it all.
And I saw one covered in M&Ms. I was like, fudge covered in M&Ms? That looks like
They had all kinds of great flavors it looked like.
I brought something home that think about somebody else, that's all. So that was the important thing. But overall, it was a great weekend.
Or did you buy it thinking they don't like
No,
No, trust me. They don't like fudge. I
do. It was just a fantastic weekend, and from the awards to at the hotel and everything, it was a blast, and we're glad we can share it with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So if there's ever anything that you want us to talk about on the KATcast, anything that you want us to dive into, want our opinion on, so on and so forth, hey, let us know. You can email us. catcountry@mailzimmer.com, or you can always leave us a little comment right below in this video.
We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
And that is another edition of the Cat Country KATcast.